West Indies need early wickets here, but they've only got the 2 slips in. It's a good batting surface. Possibly a little more aggression with a gully in, perhaps. Pick up early wicket at 2. Lift the spirits, because the spirits certainly around the ground during the break between the innings very down among the West Indian supporters. Magnificent delivery, magnificent. Again, Powell strikes early. He's done it consistently during this tournament. He struck with his second delivery, and that's a superb ball.
Good pace from his very first delivery, Darren Powell. And again, right on target. That's what the West Indies need, early wickets, and Darren Powell has delivered again. Look at that seam, very upright. Looking to play towards the onside, and the ball hitting the seam and the straightening instead of going straight on. That's the first one. Peter Fulton goes for a duck. It's 0 for 1 New Zealand.
Beautifully bowled. Leg before appeal. Umpire Ralph doesn't agree, but what a magnificent delivery. Powell really firing here.
Good swing. Did he offer a stroke? That's the first thing. It certainly is swinging back in, pitching, straightening. Well, he didn't offer a stroke, but perhaps the umpire is of the opinion that it didn't come back enough, and perhaps it didn't. Hawkeye will certainly give us a bit better impression. I don't think that would have hit. Just missing off. Correct decision again from Asad Rauf. That will put a second thought, though, in Damon Fleming's mind.
Marshall will get a couple here. So ends the over from Dwayne Smith, who will feel unfortunate that he didn't get a wicket in it. 4 for 1. Just short. Just short of the fielder slip. 3 of them in there now. Dwayne Smith it is, but short. Didn't carry.
Well, he certainly needs them. He's getting the ball to go away nicely from the right-hander. Not a thin enough edge. Just falling short. Slightly fuller length will do.
Hit well. Off the legs for 4, down through square leg.
Just pushing that one too much towards the leg stump, Darren Powell. That's a problem sometimes when you're getting the ball to do a fair bit away from the right-hander. You tend to look for that magic delivery, pushing it towards middle and leg and hoping that it will swing back towards the off stump. Sometimes it doesn't. And then that happens. You're punished.
Oh, shot. Lovely straight drive. Ball just holding up. Travan won't get there. Boundary to Fleming, ends the over at 16 for 1.
Not much movement off that last delivery from Darren Powell. And of course, with him pitching the ball up, looking for the movement. If nothing happens, it becomes a reasonably easy drive. That's what he has been looking to do, though. He has been looking to pitch the ball up to see if he's going to get any movement off the seam with 2 slips in place. That's a good shot.
Now, oh, Simmons, the fielder, hit those stumps. New Zealand would have been 2 down, I feel.
Definitely. This was a close call. Could hear the fielder shouting, "This ends Simo." Gone. Gone if he had hit.
Hammered. Chris Gayle hit the ball hard today through that offside field. Couldn't have been harder than that. Flashed away.
Well, no one on the offside move. in the air for some time, but right into the gap.
That's four. That's short. It's wide, and it's 4. So Fleming in ominous form now. He's found his range.
Just a bit too short. At that pace, you have got to be on target every delivery. On such good pitches, at that pace, if you're not right on target, you will be punished by top-class batsmen. And Fleming is one of those.
There's Powell now. DeMarshall, who hasn't had much of a strike recently, and is edging. No third slip now. Just wide of second slip. Goes for 4. Things not running West Indies' way at the moment, and certainly running New Zealand's way. Happiness is a New Zealander who feels that the match is in their control. And there's one of them in the commentary box now, Ian Smith, and he'll be joined by Mark Nicholas.
Happiness, I might add, Mr. Kaiser, is a New Zealander being in control in the West Indies on a very rare occasion and being here to witness it. Those two guys just leaving the back of the commentary box, Roberts and Holding. Remember those two blokes? You were in the commentary box all those years back laughing at us, ducking and diving and weaving and getting hammered on a daily basis. Let us have our moment.
Well, that's out if he hits and he doesn't hit. Amazing how things go, isn't it, in this game? When everything's your way, when you've made the right choices, when you've had the fortune, you hit the stumps. When things are going against you in this game, you miss when you really need to hit. Ramnaresh Sarwan, who ran out Ricky Ponting with a direct hit the other day, can't affect the same thing upon Hamish Marshall. Would have been tight. Out. Caught by Lara at mid-off. A straightforward catch. That must have been the slower ball from Darren Powell, so he deserves some credit. Hamish Marshall is the man who punched it straight into Lara's arms, which is why those West Indians can smile.
They can smile. They've done 2/10 of the job. They simply have to bowl New Zealand out to win this match. It may have been held back. It certainly was still a seam-up delivery. Marshall checked the drive and checked it only as far as Brian Lara. A more comfortable catch he might not get in this World Cup. So the new boy on the block, Hamish Marshall, is not on the block for long. He's heading on his way back. For just 15, it's 36 for 2.
That is a spectacular shot. Again, width, just a bit of width, and Fleming is throwing everything at it. That's a Chris Gayle shot.
Well, this is all Stephen Fleming has to do. Just play each ball on its merits, and he will get New Zealand home here. He's that good a player. Only when he tries to invent things and plays shots that aren't in his bag, really, that he tries to play like a one-day genius. Because I'm not sure he is a one-day genius. He's just a damn good batsman. He plays straight and covers his own percentage as well. I get 2 here, I would think, quite easily. I might get more. We'll get more.
A clever shot by Fleming. Well aware of the field setting. Long leg had been moved very square, so he just waited and waited and deflected it fine.
That's flown off the bat. Sheer timing and grace combined. It's Fleming, who's looking very, very good. His 6th boundary.
Well, that's beautiful to watch. Well, if you're not the bowler, Fleming getting himself nice and balanced, and it's just his hands just opening up the face, steering it through the gap with power all the way for 4. Just showing his class here, Fleming. He's a big factor. He's 6 out of the 8 fours so far for the New Zealand team.
There is a man in the lead, 2 of them, but they'll be mere spectators. Beautiful way to end the over for Stephen Fleming. It's the maximum. 67 for 2.
Class shot by Fleming. Likes to hit the leg when he does hit in the air, and he's hit that beautifully. There's a man out there, he had no chance. So good leverage, line on leg stump. Fleming taking full advantage. Leaves the pressure somewhat.
They'll take a single, they'll have to hurry. Lara's return hits the stumps. He's gone. Fleming out for the second time in the tournament run out. Direct return from Lara. Ends his rival captain's innings. And Stephen Fleming, again with the base of a good score, run out.
And did he give Scott Storis a look after this? No need for New Zealand to do anything stupid. It goes to the right hand. Fleming didn't get the call early enough, and from that point onwards was always battling. In fact, he gave up. And when he saw that happen, he just kept on going. But before he left, he turned and he looked over his shoulder at Scott Storis as if to say, it's up to you now. 45 at 77 for 3.
It's time for the Super 8's action in the Caribbean islands. As 8 teams play for all or nothing. 8 teams clash for a moment of glory. And 8 teams fight it out for cricket's most coveted title, the ICC Cricket World Cup 2007. Catch New Zealand versus Bangladesh live on April 2nd at these times.
On DirecTV, call 800-378-4179. That's 800-378-4179. Or log on to hindidirect.com.
He's gone after him. Deliberate. And launched him away for 4. It's not quite carried. But Storis here has identified Smith. I'm going to go after him. Only medium pace. How things have changed over the years. West Indies opening the bowling with Dwayne Smith. New Zealand opening the bowling with probably the fastest bowler one of in the world, Shane Bond. Used to be a time when we would have Gavin Larson trundling up, wobbling the new ball around.
Also looking at when New Zealand were bowling and Chris Gale was batting. A little bit more merchandising there, and Oram was taller, therefore New Zealand also had the tallest player in the two sides. That never used to happen, Tony, I promise you. Bill's doing a great job selling this, aren't they?
And New Zealand, of course, had some of the shortest men. One of them used to keep wicket.
Tell you what, we had some medium-sized guys. After 3 months here, they were all very short.
Enjoy the rest of
very
the day,
short and down on confidence. The girls have done an outstanding job marketing at those goods.
Another boundary. So Smith has proved expensive. Hammered through extra cover by McMillan. And just a little bit of pressure which was being exerted by the West Indies now being freed here.
Well, I've been waiting, I guess, for a bowler to target, and it seems as if Dwayne Smith was in their sights, the New Zealanders. First Storis using his feet and pounding him over mid-wicket, and now copybook stuff. But just look at the power from McMillan.
In the air, could be a third boundary here. Almost a 6. So Dwayne Smith concedes 13 in the over, raises 100, and raises their arms in triumph as well for the New Zealand supporters. 100 for 3. Well, that's really a long hop at his pace, and just short of a 6. So Dwayne Smith, after his man of the match award in the first match, not having the best of times for the West Indies. He hasn't bowled in the last 2 matches. Didn't bowl badly in the opening spell, but coming back here and conceding 3 boundaries.
found the gap. It's a big outfield. Also not a quick outfield. It's the opportunity for the batsman to pick up an easy 3. 27 overs gone, 104 for 3.
And that will go for 4, just short of the 4.86, just to get in there.
He has gone the distance. That's the draw of the umpire, just signaling now. Great shot. Made it look so simple, McMillan. On the shorter side, giving the extra bit of time. Not too much of width, but because of the time he has, he waits on it, creates the width, he finds the gap to perfection. The yellow line is what the run rate required right through the innings would be. Red line got off to a slow start, but making good progress upwards. Haven't lost too many dots.
Catch him! Catch him!
Catch him is the call, but no chance for the man at short square leg. He's hit it hard enough for the ball to get to the boundary.
Line again was outside the off stump. Had no chance there, Dwayne Smith. In front of squares where he was placed. That went behind the square. Single easily brings up the 50 partnership between these two. Styris coasting along. 42 from 63 balls, Scott Styris. 21 from 32, Macmillan.
It's a full toss, but it's firmly struck. Retro stuff from the crowd too.
Well, they're enjoying it. Styris, after taking a long time to get himself going, flourished nicely, get his team home.
Well, they're a real chance. I mean, assuming they finish the job here, these guys could be going the distance in the tournament. They've got Bangladesh and Ireland to come. They'll back themselves to win those two okay. They might only have to win one more game against one of the major sides to be assured of a place in the semi-final.
We'll get Taylor back as well. Good hard-hitting young batsman. Gillespie, if he can get fit, gives them more options. Fast medium bowler with good skills. They actually should get stronger as the tournament gets going.
And Gillespie's ideal for these conditions here. He's a clever bowler. He bowls very, very consistent lines and also changes his pace well.
Just seeing another man there too, young off-spinner Patel. He bowled impressively out in Australia. They get on pitches that spin a fair bit more. There's Chris Martin, who come in to replace Daryl Tuffy. Gone home with a shoulder injury. But they're in a good position, New Zealand. Got players in form. Bond and Mason got them off to a great start, backed up by Jacob Oram and Vittori. Styris doing a job with the ball as well.
Craig McMillan will always entertain you. You'll never quite know what he'll do. You never know where he'll hit it. But you know it'll be worth the watch. It's 138 for 3. Good 50 for Scotty Styris.